Hey everybody, welcome to the special presentation on how to boost your private practice income without working longer hours. My name is Tim Scher, founder of the One Belief Away hypnosis method and the practice amplifier system. So who's this special presentation for? It's for you if you're an experienced mental health counselor who wants to scale your income, you want to be the go-to transformation expert in your community or niche, you want to increase your impact, help more people, you want to experience more time freedom so you have that elusive work-life balance, and then we want to attain our biggest goals, right? You've had success, but you feel like you're not where you're supposed to be, or sometimes we think at this point in my career or at my age I should be farther along, and I see other people and they're succeeding, and how come I'm not at that level? I'm smarter than them, or I'm more effective, or my approach is better, and how come I'm not there? And so this program is going to give you some clues on how to get there. So the problem for experienced licensed mental health counselors is this: we want to boost our income. You've had success, but you're not generating the income you deserve at the level of expertise that you have, right? And you might be already booked out, and because of that, you're exhausted from having this high caseload. And it's difficult to grow your income because you're booked out or you don't want to work longer hours. I was caught up in that. You know, if I wanted to make more money, I had to see more clients. And I'm already booked out. I'm like, how am I going to fit in more time? And then I'm giving up my Saturdays, right? And I'm working longer at night. And then my wife's like, where are you? You know, am I married anymore? And so all of a sudden we get stuck because it's like, I don't know how to make more money without trading more time for dollars. And so we get stuck in there. I'm going to show you how to get out of that. And then a low rate of pay. Insurance companies pay way less than what you are worth. Plus, we spend hours on paperwork instead of enjoying our lives, right? And so I was working with somebody the other day, and he said, you know, I've been doing this for a long time, and I've been a therapist for 40 years, and I'm still only making $80 a session. I'm like, wow, that's insane. And they're like, well, that's all insurance will pay. I'm like, well, why don't you attract people with your expertise instead of just working with insurance companies? And they're like, oh, I don't know how to do that, right? And that not knowing how to do that brings up imposter syndrome, and then it keeps people stuck. So the traditional mental health model, despite years of experience, we end up working really long hours. We got all these insurance hassles. I had a lot more hair when I started. With low paying sessions, don't know how to attract cash paying clients. You know, that's a big one. I went to school for college and 2 grad schools. I had 33 classes in psychology over the years, and none of them taught me sales, marketing, business growth strategies, and actually how to get clients without having to deal with insurance. Imposter syndrome, because we don't know how to do these things, we start to feel like there's something wrong with us, but there's not anything wrong with you. You just didn't learn, right? You spent all your time building your craft and getting good at what you do, which is a different skill set than making money and growing a practice and using your skills to be able to get out into this new world where it's all about a level of influence, right? And because of that, we're not able to scale or grow. So here's our goal. Our goal is to figure out how to 2x your income, gain more time freedom, and elevate your impact as the go-to transformation expert. In fact, if you establish yourself as that expert, that's one of the secrets to having a waiting list and getting people demanding to work with you. So then you can raise your prices, right? Then you don't have to work as hard. Now you have more life balance. Oh, that's it in the secret. Okay, so now how do we pull that off? This is how. So let's do a challenge deep dive, right? There's 6 challenges here. Let's go through them real quick. So 1, cutting price. Mental health counseling and coaching has become a commodity, which means a race to the bottom with what you charge. People are always saying, well, maybe I should lower my prices. Maybe I should give deals. Maybe I should give more coupons. Maybe I should, and it's always a race to the bottom. Because people think that counseling and coaching is all the same, or when I'm using hypnosis and hypnotherapy, all hypnosis is the same, right? And when it's all the same, then it's like a commodity like gasoline. People are like just going to the lowest place. They'll drive 10 minutes out of their way to save 2 cents on a tank of gas, right? On a gallon of gas. And so if they think that you are the same as everybody else, they're going to go to the lowest bidder, and that gets us stuck. It's a real problem in our industry. Challenge number 2, features, not benefits. People are always pushing the features and their system, and they're not explaining the benefits that you're going to get, the breakthroughs you're going to have, and how quickly you're going to have them. And most counselors don't do that because they don't know what kind of breakthroughs their clients are going to have. And they're not used to having their clients have exceptional, shocking breakthroughs right away. At least that's not what I experienced when I was using my cognitive behavioral therapeutic techniques, back in the day, when I was using Rogerian techniques, or I was trying to use behavior modification techniques and all that stuff, assessing their timeline and their personality styles and their family histories. And it took so long that we weren't getting results. Now, my clients experience breakthrough results in the very first session, often within the first 30 minutes of us working together, which is like shocking for them, especially if they've been in therapy for 10 years and they're like, wow, this is amazing. And that's why a lot of my clients will say, I got better results in the first session with you than in 10 years of therapy. And it's because of the breakthrough that they had that happened so quickly. So instead of explaining our process and ending up sounding just like everybody else, we got to pitch ourselves in a different way. We got to position ourselves in a different way. The third challenge is testimonials. We are not collecting testimonials. We're not taught to collect testimonials when this is about confidentiality, right? This is about protecting our clients. But you can protect your clients by getting huge results for them and then getting them to tell others about these results, which cements the new behavior and the new beliefs into their subconscious mind. It actually reinforces the new behavior because they don't want to go back to what they were doing when they just told everybody how they had all these amazing results. So that in itself psychologically reinforces the new change. So we use everything to your advantage and to our client's advantage, of course, right? So I have a graduate of my program, and she's getting amazing results. And I'm like, are you collecting those testimonials? And she's like, no. And I'm like, why not? She's like, I don't know, I'm afraid to ask for them. I'm like, why? You're changing people's lives every day. They'll be happy to give you the testimonial. You just got to ask. So no matter what level of the game you're playing at, there's always these limiting beliefs. And our goal is to find those limiting beliefs and upgrade them as fast as you can, because your biggest breakthroughs are hiding in the places you don't want to go. And when you start to go there and you find those beliefs and upgrade them, that's when you have big breakthroughs. That's when you go from where you are to where you want to be. That's what ultimately closes the gap, is finding those limiting beliefs and upgrading them. So challenge number 4 is finding ideal clients. How do I attract premium, high-paying cash clients? If I don't like marketing and I don't have time, which those are beliefs, by the way. I don't like marketing. I used to say that too. I don't like marketing. I just love helping people, right? I want to save the world. Well, if you don't know how to get your message out in front of the ideal clients that you want to work with, then you need to focus on saving yourself. Okay, and I don't have time. I don't have money. Now's not the right time. I've got other things going on. I'm not really interested right now. Those are all based on limiting beliefs and fear. Those are the objections that everybody has to overcome. Imposter syndrome is challenge number 5. The fear of not measuring up or being good enough to accomplish a task or a goal causes people to feel really insecure. What if I lose clients if I do this? What if I can't produce the results that higher paying clients expect? Well, I'm going to show you how to do that and how to over deliver every single time. Challenge number 6, feeling guilty. This one was really bad for me, right? I felt bad for not trying to help everyone who comes to me. Am I being greedy for wanting to increase my income when I'm a healer, right? I used to really struggle with that, and it kept me broke and struggling for a long time. And I found that if I'm really struggling, then I'm not getting joy anymore. I'm not as focused on helping my clients. I'm focused on how am I going to pay my next bill. And so now if you've had a higher level of success, which is the people that I'm talking to right now, you get your bills made, but you still aren't feeling satisfied. You're not feeling emotionally satisfied, like there's momentum. It starts to make us feel bad about ourselves, and we stop focusing on what we've already accomplished. And all we obsess about is what we haven't done yet, right? And so that guilt will keep us stuck. So we've got to upgrade our beliefs around feeling guilty as well, because when you're really good at what you do, you should be paid what you're worth, don't you think? Right? So it's all about perceived value, and it starts with how you perceive your own value. The quality of your life is being determined by the quality of your subconscious beliefs. I have found over my 29 years of being in private practice that is a fact. So let's start to talk about solutions then. All right, let's do a deep dive. Step 1, got to raise your prices, right? No matter where you're at, we got to raise your prices, even if it's just a growth challenge for you, get you out of your comfort zone. Lao Tzu once said that you can't grow by the base of the tree. You got to go out on a limb because that's where the fruit is. So we got to raise our prices, right? And we got to charge for the results that you produce, because people are like, Tim, what should I charge? Charge for the results that you produce. What's the value? What are the benefits worth to the people that you're working with? You know, like my specialty is helping people get rid of anxiety and overcome the negative symptoms from past traumas and breaking bad habits, right? What's that worth to you? Let's just make it real simple. If you quit smoking, most people are spending 10 bucks on a pack of cigarettes. They're spending $5,000, $6,000 a year. They've been on cigarettes. That doesn't include insurance and car insurance. All your insurances are 30% higher when you smoke, right? And plus out of pocket. So they're spending maybe $8,000 a year on cigarettes, and they tell you, oh, I can't afford a $1,000 program, right? Limiting beliefs. But what's it worth to you not to get lung cancer? What's it worth to you not to have to go to chemotherapy? What's it worth to you not to have COPD where you're breathing through a straw for the rest of your life, right? What's that worth not to have that, right? Plus, what have you already spent on smoking? $50,000, $60,000. If you smoke 2 packs a day, double it, $100,000, right? So you got to help people justify and understand the math, really. So as practitioners, we don't really know our numbers. That's a marketing thing. That's a business growth strategy. We're not really focusing on our numbers, but we've got to know our numbers, and then we got to help our clients to understand theirs, so that you're attracting ideal clients who are happy to pay you what you're worth. They got the money. There's plenty of money in the world. They have it. You just got to get your message out in front of them. So we got to stop charging for 55 minutes of your time and start charging for the results that you're going to produce. People are paying you for results, not to sit there and chat with you. Sometimes people feel like, well, I'm just paying for a friend, and that's fine. But most people are paying for a result, right? They don't want to sit there and talk with you for 30 years. They want results the first time they come talk to you. They want out of their pain, right? There was an old joke in therapy when I graduated from grad school. They said that, well, we're going to, I was trained to be a psychotherapist. And I always say, I think I was more psycho than therapist. And they say, well, I'm going to start with 30 clients, and then I'm going to end my career with the same 30 clients. We all laughed, and I thought, okay, that's what you do. But as I got into this, I thought, that's ridiculous. That's unethical. If you went to a school and it took you 30 years to graduate, would you rave about that school? No, you'd say the school's broken. You should have learned, right? If your clients haven't gotten great results where they don't need therapy after 30 years, then there's something wrong with what we're doing, okay? So if you took your car to a mechanic and it took them 30 years to fix it, would you be cool with that? No. So we got to get people to understand we're going to pay for the results. What's it worth not to feel anxious all the time? How much are clients already spending on their bad habits? People are willing to pay higher prices if they perceive the value is there, right? Disney World has they just raised their prices, their annual tickets, right? For annual pass holders, they just raised their prices. Everybody's going to keep buying it. Why? Because people that love Disney World and Disneyland, they see the perceived value. There's nowhere else like it, so they're going to pay the extra fee. Your smartphones, if you have an Apple phone, they come out with a new model every year. It's $1,000 for this phone, but people keep upgrading and trading it in. Why? Because they're caught up in the brand. They believe in the value of it, so they're going to pay more. Smart water, it's a bottle of water, but you pay 3 times the price because you want to feel smart, right? And so if people believe the value is there, they'll pay for it. Solution, or step number 2, feature your benefits. Emphasize the pain and pleasure gained from your process. Clarify the benefits of the results they're going to experience from working with you. Push harder on the pain points if they resist moving forward, and justify your price through adding more value. Let's break that down real quick, okay? So we're going to clarify the benefits of the results they will experience in working with you. It's not just the results, it's the results of the results, right? So when you go to the dentist and you get braces, why? Because you really love braces? Because you love the quality of the metal or the plastic that they put in the braces, right? You really look how you look. You like how you look in braces? No. We go to get braces because we want straight teeth and a dazzling smile, right? Because we're tired of feeling humiliated every time we smile and someone says, take a picture, and you go like this, or you're hiding behind people because you don't want people to see your crooked teeth. So we are paying for the benefits of the benefits. We're paying for, now we have self-confidence, so now we go and we get into a relationship. That's a benefit of the benefit. You got to help people understand the vision of what they really, really want. Or if you listen good enough, they will tell you what they really, really want. You just got to ask the right questions. We don't tend to do that though. We tend to talk about our process. We tend to talk about what it looks like. We tend to talk about our feelings, and we start to go into what we love, which is talking about our psychological processes. I had someone the other day, she said, "Can you help me sell my book?" And I looked at her landing page for the book. It was all about her process. It was all about her stories. It was all about her. It wasn't about the client breakthroughs. Even though she had lots of case studies in the book, nobody's going to open the book because she wasn't positioning it that way. She was talking all about the importance of having self-awareness and the importance of understanding how your mind works and the importance of meditation and the importance of mindfulness. People are already left. They don't want that. They want the results that stuff is supposed to produce for them. That's what you got to push. If they're not pushing, then it's because you're not laying down on the pain hard enough to get them to move. Zig Ziglar told the best story about this. He said, if you take a frog and you put him in a cold frying pan and then you turn up the heat, that frog over time will just sit there and cook in its own juices because it's slowly turning up the heat. It doesn't know what's happening and it just stays stuck, right? A confused mind takes no action. But if you take that frying pan and you make it real hot first, then you throw the frog in the pan, it'll hit that pan and go, whoa, and jump right out, right? So what we have to do is turn up the heat. We got to crank up the heat. And we do that to get our clients to jump because we know if you're really good at what you do, you have an ethical obligation to get them to work with you so you can help them get the results and have that emotional growth that they need and they deserve and they desire, right? But if they don't believe you, they don't trust you, or they don't understand what you can do for them, they're going to sit, they're going to say no, and they're going to disappear. They're going to go try to find someone cheaper, and then they're going to get a poor result. And then they're going to think counseling doesn't work. Okay, so, and then that's bad for our whole profession. And then of course we got to justify your price by adding more value. Don't cut your prices, add more value. So if somebody said, hey, I've got this program, I'm giving it away all the time. I'm like, why are you giving it away? Increase your prices and then add that program in and give it to them as part of the program. Quit just giving away the best program you have. There's a time for that, right, in marketing, but you want to add value to justify your price or increase your price. Stop cutting your prices, please, because it's not just hurting you, it's hurting all of us. So Brooke was highly skeptical. This was one of our clients, right? She was highly skeptical about trying my One Belief Away method. She had been through lots of therapy. She'd been through lots of techniques. It wasn't working for her. She had a lot of panic, a lot of anxiety, a lot of negative symptoms that came from all of that. And so I focused on the benefits that she would experience, and then I emphasized her feeling stuck. And then I reframed her opportunity. What if it did work, right? I know what if it doesn't, but what if it does? And I want you to notice how she brings that up afterwards. And she brings it up she brings it up as if it was her idea, right? That she had that original thought. So that's what happens when you are suggesting things to people and it's so right on that they believe it came from them, which is fine, because if they believe that the idea came from them, they'll accept it faster. So let's go ahead and listen to Brooke.
I have been battling anxiety and some phobias, claustrophobia, things like that. I was having difficulty driving long distances. Long distance could be 15 minutes away from home. I've been trying different things for the last 25 years. Been on medicine, talk therapy, cognitive therapy. I kept thinking, well, what if I try it and it doesn't work? And then I finally thought, but what if I try it and it does work? The first thing I noticed after the first session was the next morning, my teeth didn't hurt from clenching my jaw. My shoulders weren't, as I say, wrapped up around my ears. I don't have a knot in my neck. I've had a knot in my neck for 25 years. That's not an exaggeration. I got in an elevator. That phobia, fear, and it wasn't there, which was kind of shocking. So that was huge for me. This was the answer. I've not felt this way in 25 years. It's a real big deal, yeah.
So when you start getting testimonials like that, right, where people have shocking results when they haven't been able to get anywhere for that, long of time, and then they're feeling it physically, they're having multiple breakthroughs, getting rid of claustrophobia by testing and going in an elevator, going for drives, feeling it in your body. It's shocking. And Brooke was highly skeptical. She did not want to move forward. She wanted to, but she was so afraid that it wasn't going to work, and she just did not want to waste any more money, and she didn't want another letdown. And so I applied what I'm teaching to you, and I knew I would help her, and then she went through the program, and it did help. So it's a success for her, and it's a success for me, and I hope that this will be a belief upgrade or awakening for you, so it'll be a success for you as well. All right, so step number 3, collect testimonials. Please collect testimonials, right? So that our profession is saying, hey, look, we are producing results, so that we have every time there's one person that says therapy doesn't work, you got 10 other people that says, yes, it does, it changed my life, right? So we got to collect those stories and those testimonials. Social proof separates the best from the rest. Social proof separates the best from the rest. One of the reasons why I rose to the very top of my profession is because I have so many testimonials, like you just heard from Brooke. Thousands of them, right? From all these people, video, audio, written testimonials. Back in the day, I would have my big VHS camcorder, and I would just video testimonials and then put them on a big VHS tape and play them in the lobby. And clients would come in, or prospects would come in, and they'd watch testimonial after testimonial after testimonial. By the time I got to them, they're like, I'm sold, what do we do? Right? So you got to get others to back up your claims of success. You can't just say how wonderful you are. You got to have other people saying it. It strengthens confidence in yourself, because once you know that you're getting these testimonials and you're asking people for them, it makes you feel very comfortable asking for the next one. Plus, when I've worked with people, and I hire coaches all the time, it's my big secret to success is I've hired so many coaches to help me because I needed breakthroughs. I can't find my own blind spots. I needed support. I need someone I could talk to. Two brains is way better than one brain when you're trying to figure things out. And so I'm always hiring coaches. I have a coach right now. And so I feel comfortable when I'm hiring coaches and I'm paying them a lot of money to ask clients for what I want, because I'm walking the talk. I have lots of integrity, authenticity. I feel like I have integrity, right? I'm in alignment with what I'm asking others to do because I'm doing it too. So, and then of course you got to ask for them correctly, which we don't have time for that right now, but you got to ask for those testimonials correctly. The first thing people do, remember this, the first thing people do after looking you up is to review your online reviews. Thus, your online reputation is key for scaling your practice. And if you don't even have any, then they're not going to go to you, right? Even if you're busy, it's just because you have all your insurance leads, right? But those are low paying, and you're just going to keep going in the same circle. So you've got to have a way of being able to attract ideal cash paying clients into your practice. You don't have to give up your insurance pay, but you would like to supplement your income with more clients. And then what happens is you start to enjoy that so much. Most of my clients end up going in full time into doing it this way, and it just works better for them. So when it comes to collecting testimonials, I have lots of client testimonials, lots of student testimonials. These are my most cherished testimonials. If you're in personal development, or you are a reader and you love movies like The Secret and stuff like that, you're going to love this. This is one of my most cherished bits of information that I share. I got such great results for so long with so many people, and I've been an educational marketer. I'm always out there sharing and trying to promote our profession, that I caught the attention of the icons of our profession. Like half the people in the movie The Secret, have been endorsing me and my One Belief Away method. And so I want to share this with you.
Hey, this is John Asraf, New York Times best-selling author, and you may remember me from the smash hit movie The Secret. Tim Scher is one of my go-to guys, not only to work with my private clients on helping them get rid of limiting beliefs, traumas, or anything else that is in their way. Tim has been instrumental helping my thousands of clients with his hypnotherapy mastery. He knows how to help people break free from what is holding them back.
Now, I'm fortunate enough to know a lot of people. And what I have today for this premiere show, the very first weekly Zero Limits Living television show, is one of my favorite people on the entire planet. This man is the greatest living hypnotist in the world. And Tim Scher has written 6 or more books. Even today, he gave a keynote speech somewhere, did interviews somewhere, and made time for this interview. And he wrote one belief away. This is a man who knows how to help you get into your unconscious mind and change the wiring, because when you change that wiring, you get different results on the outside.
Hi, I'm Dr. John DeMartini. If there's any part of you that would love to upgrade your life, live your full potential, and gain the ultimate advantage in all 7 areas of your life, then it's time to study the wisdom of the masters. Now, Tim Scher and Joe Vitale, who are friends of mine, are such masters. And they've now joined their forces and their knowledge and their wisdom to help you create an inner sense of freedom and prosperity in your life, and to help you gain the power of your unconscious mind. Their new book, One Belief Away, is a book you can dip your hand into. And you know you can't put your hand in a pot of glue without some of the glue sticking. But you can put your hand in this book and pull out insights that will stick with you for the rest of your life. They'll be powerful and meaningful. And now, with this book, you can reach your fullest potential. So it's time now to take advantage of the masters and put your hand in the pot of glue and actually go get right now One Belief Away.
Hello, I'm Dennis Waitley. In my work with Olympians, professional athletes, astronauts, POWs, entrepreneurs, Fortune 500 executives, and youth groups, I've discovered how we either talk ourselves into or out of the winner's circle every day. Mental practice outside the arena is the edge that marks the champions. I asked my friend and colleague, Tim Scher, to walk you through the basics. Tim is a prominent business growth specialist, leadership coach, keynote speaker, podcaster, and author. And be sure to look for his new book, One Belief Away. I can't think of anyone better to give you an easy to navigate, fun tutorial. Stay tuned, and you'll know why when Tim speaks, I watch and listen.
It shows what a master you are at this, because you've been studying it for so long that the deepest, most profound insights just kind of pour out of you. Like it's just another day, right? Another day in Bob's world. So it's been extraordinary, and thank you so much for being a part of this program today.
Thank you, Tim.
If you ever have a chance to work with him, get certified by him, or simply use him as somebody who helps you with some of your blocks, I highly, highly recommend him.
Solution number 4, get in front of the right audience. Okay, pick your niche. Who's your, what are you best at? What are you really, really good at? And know who you're talking to. You can't fish the entire ocean. I've had so many amateurs say, I love helping everybody. So do I. But you can't fish the whole ocean. You got to know exactly who you're going after. So if I want to catch a bass, I know exactly what kind of bait to use, shallow water, deep water, cold water, warm water. Do they like it by the shade? Are they out in the open? Right? My chances of catching that bass are way higher because I know exactly who I'm talking to. So you got to clarify who your ideal client is and speak directly to them. And then you got to really learn to love marketing. Marketing is a love letter to your ideal client, letting them know that you care about them and you have ways to help them lower their pain and increase their pleasure in life so that they feel more loved and fulfilled. That's what this is for you. I put this together for you. It's a free program. I put it together to show love and to help you know that I care about you, because we're in this together. We have to support each other. We got to take care of each other. We got to take care of our profession. And in addition to taking care of everybody else, because when you are in the healing profession, you're taking care of everybody else who's taking care of you. And so I've taken it upon myself to take care of you. Okay, so you got to view yourself as an educational marketer to stand out in a noisy marketplace. The internet is so noisy. There's so much competition out there, and it's about to get worse with AI, artificial intelligence. People are going to be promoting. They're going to spend millions and millions of dollars promoting these apps that, just go and you talk to an AI therapist, an AI robot. It's not even a real person anymore. And people are just going to be talking to their computers, and they're not even going to feel like they need you. And computers cannot do what you can do. And so we have to stand out and make sure people understand our value. We got to get started now because AI is already out there. I use it every day, right? When I'm using it for marketing purposes. And if you don't use it, I'm going to teach you how to use it because it's awesome. Right? Because it's going to disrupt our industry 100%. That's going to happen. So if you don't believe me, just watch and you'll be like, you were right. So step number 5, we got to upgrade our beliefs. That's always number 1, really. Your beliefs decide your fate. Self-doubt is the number 1 complaint among counselors and coaches. I interviewed 5,000 coaches and counselors, and I'm like, where are you struggling the most? And I thought it was going to say, you know, we need more clients or life balance or better tools. And what they said was self-doubt. They're like, I doubt myself. That causes me to procrastinate. I had somebody who, she had so many degrees and certifications. It was so impressive. And she was afraid to make a video and put herself out there. And I'm like, why? You're so talented. You have all this education. But it's limiting beliefs. She had experiences from her past that caused her to hold back. We upgraded those beliefs. Now she's in the community. Now she's being viewed as the go-to transformation expert in her practice in California, and it's so exciting to watch her bloom. I get text messages from her all the time saying, oh, I just did this and I can't thank you so much. Oh, I just did this and I'm so grateful. Oh, I did this. And that's awesome, right? That's what you want, is to get messages like that from people who you have helped, right? That's why we do this, right? We want to make a difference. So we got to find our blind spots. They're the killer of dreams. We're not aware of what we're not aware of. And so you can't fix what you're not aware of. That's why we always say self-awareness is the first step, right? So we all have blind spots. I got them. You got them. You need someone to help you find yours. Why can you help others break through, but you feel stuck? People say that all the time. I help people make breakthroughs for a living. I'm so good at what I do. Why am I stuck, right? Well, it's because of what we've been talking about. And then, of course, we want to feel good about charging higher prices, because people who pay attention. I have been guilty of really slashing my prices, of doing sessions for free, and they're always the worst results, right? And they're always the most high maintenance clients, because they ask, can you give me a price break? Can you give me a deal? Can you give me a coupon? Can you give me a really long payment plan? And when I've said yes, they don't show up. They don't fulfill their payment plan. They just keep wanting more. They keep blaming everybody instead of themselves, and they're not taking ownership. They're not taking accountability. They want refunds. And so, right? So again, we've got to upgrade our beliefs and our blind spots. You can accomplish anything with the right tools, the right map, and the right support. Okay? So stop feeling guilty about taking care of yourself and getting what you want in life. All right. So here's my OBA plan, my one belief away plan, because I have found that you're just one belief away from having a huge breakthrough in your life, right? If you go from I can't do this to I can do this, I'm not good enough to I'm more than enough, that one belief shift changes everything. I'm sure you believe that. Okay, so here's my kind of a little overview of how we help counselors and personal development coaches to start to make breakthroughs with their practice. This is how you 2x your income. This is how you create better results for your clients. This is how you start to have more joy in life, so that you are reaching your big goals and you're just having more fun, right? You're having fun helping people. That's what we wanted. And through helping them, we grow. Okay, so first we got to understand what the problem is, and I've been talking about some of that today. We are increasing awareness. Then we set the intention. I'm going to grow my practice. I'm going to scale my practice. I got this year in front of me, and I'm going to start where I am, and I'm going to start to grow the practice, myself, my skills, my beliefs, because you got to have that growth mindset. I bet you teach that, so we got to make sure that we're owning it as well. Then we got to identify our challenges. All right, where am I at? Where do I want to be? And what's keeping me stuck? It's just a skill set that we need, right? This is just something that we need to learn and build and grow within ourselves, and then you'll have what you need to be able to get what you want. So how do we do this? I got 3 pillars here. I'm not going to go deep into that right now. I'm just giving you an overview, but we got 3 pillars to practice growth and transformation. Self-belief mastery, where you develop what I call extreme confidence. Client transformation, where you have a set of tools, my one belief away method. Now, if you have tools that you want to use, that's great. I will tell you though, with this approach that I've developed, if you just try it, you're going to be like, whoa, this is awesome. This is next level. Okay. So when you see people on TV that are, like a spider on someone's arm, they have arachnophobia, they've got a fear of spiders, and then they go backstage and they come out 5 minutes later and they got a tarantula on their arm. How's that possible? Well, I always wanted to know, so I figured that out. I learned how to do it. I talked to the experts that were on TV doing that, and now I'm the expert on TV doing that. I've been on TV over 50 times, 52 times to be precise. And so So I'll show you how you can do stuff like that. And then of course, the third part is your marketing skills, your business growth skills. So how do you get ideal clients, higher paying clients, cash paying clients, right? How do you attract them? How do you convert them? How do you get them to start getting other people to come see you, right? So, and then of course, there's always the other parts of this, which is we got to increase your conversion, your ability to get people to say yes. We got to get your online resources up and running in a way that converts higher. If you've got a book or a program and it's not selling, I can show you how to implement this into those resources as well. And then, of course, we got to turn this into systems so it's more automated. And with the AI tools that are coming out, we can automate so much of this. Makes life so much easier than all the stuff that we have to do. And, I've spent a third of the time working. I used to put in 60, 70 hours a week, and now I'm probably putting in 30 hours a week, and I'm making more money. I'm making more money than I did before. Okay, so I've tripled my income, and what's more importantly is that my students have been doing that as well. And so the benefits, remember, we got to focus on the benefits: higher quality of life, admiration of your peers. It's nice to be respected by your peers, right? To grab people's attention. A plethora of growth opportunities, speaking, collaborations, TV appearances, books, more free time for life balance with your family, a beautiful legacy of healing that cultivates joy each day. What is the legacy that you want to leave for your grandchildren and their grandchildren, right? Want to think big. Dr. Willie Jolly says, I want to think in terms of generational impact, not just what I'm going to do next year. The most important part is what I call support, right? Hand-holding support, where you have someone to support you, you have someone to be there with you, you have someone to ask your questions to that can actually to answer those questions, right? Someone who understands what you're going through and has accomplished what you want to accomplish. And so I give a huge amount of support to my students and my clients because I always wish I had that, and I never felt like I did. Even when I was going to therapy, I could only talk to my therapist on our appointment and our time. When I was doing business consulting, I could only talk to my business coach through a text, or when it was our appointment, maybe 2 weeks from now. But I got a burning question right now, and I did not like that. So I make myself very accessible, which can be challenging at times because I do have a lot of clients and a lot of students. However, I just love what I do, so it's okay. So when you have support to put all this into play, that really is so essential. Okay, so let me give you a quick case study and then we're going to wrap this up. So Sonia is an experienced licensed mental health counselor, but when I met her, she felt stuck growing her income. She was burned out from all the clients she was working with. She loves what she does, but she was just burned out. She wasn't making enough money even though she was seeing all these clients. She didn't know how to attract higher paying cash clients, and that caused her to struggle with imposter syndrome and make her feel like maybe she wasn't good enough, and even though she was so good. And so I took her through the plan. We started going through the pieces, right? We did the self-belief, the client transformation skills, the marketing pieces, and then this is what happened. I'll just have her tell you what happened.
My name is Sonia Romano, and I am a licensed clinical mental health counselor. I took part in Tim's training, and it has been really successful for me. Actually, the results that I had weren't exactly the way that I thought they would be. I thought, I'd be working less and having less clients, but actually I ended up having so much more energy available because I had so many awful beliefs running around that I didn't even know I was aware of. So with that being freed up and just be more available, I've been able to have more clients. I'm getting really great clients coming my way. I upped my prices. This last month, I actually tripled what I had been making. Then next month, I'm on a waiting list, which I never had before, and I'm handling it. So I really have a great belief system now. It's maintained, it's sustainable, and I'm helping everybody in a way that really helps me feel proud and like I have a purpose. And I haven't even moved to coaching. I thought, I'll be coaching, and I haven't even done that. Just things have shifted in a miraculous way, and I'm really thankful for Tim's program. It's been really powerful. I would recommend it to anyone because I still go, wow, I'm making that much money, which I had to really I can't make that much money. So it's just been really, really cool. And I'm so excited to see what further things I'm capable of doing and what will be revealed, but very happy and would recommend it to anyone.
Now, you might not know who I am. You might have stumbled on this, and so I'll just give you a real quick overview. My name is Tim Schur, and I have been someone who had lots of anxiety growing up. I had a lot of bad things that I went through, and it formed a lot of unconscious beliefs that made me feel like I wasn't good enough. So I had a lot of anxiety. My counselor said I had generalized anxiety disorder, and I wanted to learn, how do I have generalized confidence order? Okay. And so I wanted to figure out how to feel good about myself. And then as I went to school for psychology, I got my degrees, but then I also found hypnotherapy by accident. And then that opened me up to neurolinguistic programming and all the other peak performance strategies. And then I opened my first practice in 1995. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to test every alternative approach and every therapeutic tool that I have to figure out what's the best approach, what works, right? And so I started doing that, and some of the stuff was nonsense. It just didn't seem to work, in my opinion, at all. And then other stuff was amazing. So I started taking the pieces of that, and then I facilitated over 16,000 hypnosis sessions over my 29 years of running a private practice, right? And I was just obsessed with helping people. And I had the unique opportunity of being able to turn it into a laboratory and figure out what works and what doesn't, until I could deduce it down into a simple path with a set of tools that helps almost everybody with almost everything, right? There's always exceptions, of course, but it's so powerful and it produces results really fast, and I call it the one belief away method. During that time, I had hired a coach early on, and back in like 2003, and he taught me the power of being an educational marketer. He didn't call it that, but it was just about sharing stories with the media. Right, so I got in newspapers and radios. They didn't have podcasts back then. I was in, I was in the yellow books. That's how I was advertising back in the day. And so, so I was getting on TV, and then I was getting on stages, and then I started working with companies. And so I've kind of done what most of us want to do. I've written best-selling books. I was a corporate trainer. I've been on stages across the country and in Europe. I got paid to speak, right? I've won multiple awards from my established associations from the industry that I'm a part of, and it was just been magical, right? I've been on TV a lot of times. I mean, all that stuff that people want to do. I did a TEDx talk. So whatever it is that you want to do, I have experience, and I can help you with that instead of you. Now, you're smart. Obviously, you're intelligent, and I bet you'll figure this out. But do you want to take another 5 years to figure it out, or do you want to figure it out in the next couple of months? So we've helped hundreds of counselors and personal development experts worldwide. They've all benefited. And then a friend of mine said that I have touched with my tools and strategies over 1 million people worldwide, from all the podcasts, all the TV shows, all the webinars I've done for all the experts out there, and getting in front of them. My tools and strategies have benefited a lot of people out there, which is really extraordinary. So what I want to know is what's possible for you. I want to explore what's possible for you. What's next for you? And so I figure, let's do this, right? Let's jump on a quick call. And that's what I suggest your next step is. If you feel like I'm describing you and you feel like this is who you are and what you want to do, then give me a call and we'll have a chat and we'll make sure we're a good fit for each other. Because I'm not training. I have a state accredited school, but I'm not looking to train as many people as possible. I'm like the special forces of transformation. I'm looking for a few good men and women to really focus on them. I don't want 5,000 students. I want, I'm not going to put a number on it, but I want a smaller percentage. I want to train the top 10%, right? Or maybe even the top 3%. Make them so good so that they become the go-to experts. Because not everybody can be a go-to expert. Not everybody is going to be the cat's meow. And so if you feel like this is what I want, this is for me, I'm ready, I'm excited, then give me a call. Let's get to know each other. We're just going to chat. It's a 15-minute call. There's no pitching or anything like that. We want to get to know each other and feel like if it's a good fit or not. Right? I want to make sure that you qualify for what we do. You want to make sure that I'm a real person. And so let's just do that by jumping on the phone. You can't do it by email. And so go ahead and click the link. If it takes a little while to get in, just get in. If there's an open spot, take it. The biggest challenge that I have is because I'm doing these calls personally. I know that eventually that's not going to happen. I'll have my team do that, but I said I want to do these calls because I want to talk to that person. I'd rather take 5 minutes because I'll know in the first 5 minutes, If I can help you, we'll talk more. If I can't help you, I'm going to direct you, give you some free resources, and figure out what else we can do to get you what the help you need. All right, so go ahead, click the link below. I look forward to talking with you soon. I hope you enjoyed this, and make today a sure success. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.